Zendure SuperBase Pro 2000 promises 80% charge in 1 hour, 2000 W of AC power with a 3000 W amp-up boost, and 2096 Wh of energy. You can roll anywhere on wheels. Either we have reached portable power nirvana or we are paying over $2,000 for a fast charging headache. On paper, it sounds wild: 1800 W wall charging, a 30A RV-style outlet, 6 AC ports, app control, industrial wheels, and a telescopic handle. But here is the thing: at $20.99 and with a suspiciously low rating on Amazon, something was not adding up for me. I spent 2 solid weeks testing it with real appliances, solar panels, and UPS scenarios to figure out where it shines and where it trips over its own marketing. I have put the direct link to check current pricing in the description, but before you click anything, let me show you what I discovered after 2 weeks of testing. Here is what the SuperBase Pro 2000 claims to do. It is a 2096 Wh portable power station designed to fast charge to 80% in about an hour, deliver a continuous 2000 W with a 3000 W amp-up mode for heavier loads, and be truly portable thanks to wheels and a suitcase-style handle. Marketing highlights include 1800 W AC charging via grid flow for rapid top-ups, 2096 Wh capacity for longer run times, 2000 W inverter with 3000 W amp-up capability, 30A RV output, app control, OTA updates, 2-year warranty. Sounds impressive, right? But here is where things get interesting. Reality check. They claim 80% in 1 hour. What you actually get is about 1600–1700 Wh back in roughly 60–65 minutes at full bore, 1800 W from the wall, with fans roaring and the unit getting noticeably warm. Here is why that matters. This model uses NMC battery chemistry. NMC can fast charge, but it generally means lower cycle life. Expect roughly hundreds of cycles to 80% capacity, not thousands like Li-Fi Po4 competitors. If you hammer it with frequent 1800 W fast charges, you are trading time now for capacity later. They claim 2000 W continuous and 3000 W amp-up. What you actually get is a solid 2000 W inverter for most household gear, and an amp-up mode that tries to run higher wattage resistive loads by dropping voltage. Here is why that is not the same as 3000 W. Boosted mode is not true 3000 W continuous power. It can help with things like some heating elements or simple motors, but sensitive electronics or appliances with specific voltage requirements may balk, trip, or shut off. In my tests, a 1500 W space heater plus a 600 W kettle pushed it over the edge. Amp-up did not save the day there. They imply 2096 Wh equals all-day energy. Let us be real here. After inverter losses, you are looking at about 1700–1800 Wh of usable AC energy in practice. Run a 1500 W appliance and you have roughly an hour plus a few minutes before you are empty. A typical 100 W fridge averaging 60 W over a cycle might see 25–28 hours. The math checks out, but it is not magic. They highlight portability. Reality: the wheels and telescoping handle are a win. At roughly 45–50 pounds, rolling is the only sane way to move it around a campsite or garage. The outer shell feels robust, the ridges give it stackability, and the low center of gravity helps. Just know this is luggage you tow, not a cube you casually carry. They mention UPS-style backup. Here is where it gets complicated. It is not an online, zero-transfer UPS. Switchover can be fast enough for many devices, but desktop PCs or certain networking gear may momentarily drop. If you need mission-critical uptime, this is a band-aid, not surgery. They tout 30A RV output. Good idea, but remember the inverter ceiling is 2000 W. That TT30 form factor looks powerful, but you are still capped by the inverter. Think of it as convenient distribution rather than a whole RV, run-everything feed. Finally, user sentiment. Amazon shows an eyebrow-raising low rating around 1 star at the time I checked. That does not happen by accident. Digging through owner reports, the themes are firmware quirks, app connectivity frustrations, noisy fans under high charge rates, and occasional inverter protection trips under mixed loads. OTA updates can help, but relying on post-purchase firmware to fix core behavior is tech roulette. Here is the deep dive on the key areas. Charging and battery life. The 1800 W wall charge is blazing fast, but NMC chemistry is the catch. If you plan to fast charge frequently, budget for faster wear. Compared to LiFePO 4 rivals like Bluetooth AC200 Max or EcoFlow Delta 2 Max, which often promise thousands of cycles, the long-term value of the Zendure takes a hit. Solar input is decent. With 600 W of panels in ideal sun, expect 4 to 5 hours to refill from near empty. Real world with a 400 W array, I saw more like 6 to 7 hours. Inverter performance. At 2000 W continuous, it handles a microwave, coffee maker, or power tools one at a time just fine. AmpUp helps selectively, but it is not a universal 3000 W pass. Also, at loads above 1200 W, efficiency dips and the fans spin up. A 1500 W sustained draw yielded just over an hour of runtime from a full charge. Build and portability, this is the fun part. The industrial wheels and telescoping handle are genuinely useful, and the shell feels rugged. If you move your power station a lot between truck, garage, and campsite, this design beats cube-style units you have to deadlift. App, RV port and support. The app adds remote control and OTA updates, which is great until it is not. I experienced intermittent connectivity that resolved after firmware resets, but it is a hoop. The 30A RV socket is convenient, just remember the 2000 W ceiling. Zendure lists a 2-year warranty and OTA after-sales support, but with a $20.99 price tag and a low average rating, that is a red flag you cannot ignore. Here is what nobody tells you. For the same money or less, LiFePO 4 competitors often deliver similar capacity, slower but gentler charging, and far longer cycle life. You are paying a premium for speed and mobility, not longevity. Verdict: buy with caution. If you specifically need ultra-fast AC charging, a rollable form factor, and that 30A RV-style convenience, the SuperBase Pro 2000 delivers a slick experience. It will power most essentials and top up insanely fast. But the trade-offs are real. NMC chemistry with likely shorter cycle life, loud high-speed charging, AmpUp that is not a true 3000 W solution, and a worryingly low user rating for a $20.99 product. Save your money for a LiFePO 4-based alternative if longevity and value are your priorities, or grab this only if fast charging and portability trump everything else. Stay power smart out there. Thanks for watching. If this review saved you from wasting money or helped you find something actually worth buying, I have put the link to check current pricing and read more reviews in the description. And hey, if you do decide to buy through my link, it helps fund these investigations without costing you extra. Drop your questions in the comments, tell me what you want tested next, and watch for my upcoming showdown. SuperBase Pro vs Bluetooth AC200 Max vs EcoFlow Delta 2 Max. Until then, keep your watts up and your hype down.